Okay, survivors, grab your longsword and your holy water. There's a plague that needs cleansing, fresh out of priests. Welcome to Blight Survival, where medieval horror meets zombie extraction. And your best friend is a guy who's probably about to turn. Imagine a world where every battlefield corpse gets back up, every kingdom's rotting from the inside out, and you're the next poor bastard sent to fix it. This isn't just your cozy fantasy adventure. This is mud, blood, and despair wrapped in chainmail. A co-op survival nightmare built on Unreal Engine 5, where four medieval misfits try to hold back the infection long enough to grab loot, light a torch, and scream for help in glorious next-gen fidelity. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know whether Blight Survival is the next big horror hit, or just another undead promise shambling through the Steam wishlist graveyard. So what is this blood-drenched love letter to pestilence and co-op misery? It's a third-person medieval action horror game developed by Hanner Studio in partnership with Behavior Interactive. It's set in a no man's land between two warring kingdoms, where the bodies don't stay buried. Mercy died a long time ago. You can play solo or with up to 4 players in co-op, scavenging through abandoned forts, burned villages, and fog-soaked swamps that look like someone dumped Resident Evil 4 into a history textbook. You drop into cursed territory, kill what's already dead, loot relics and materials, and extract before you join the plague yourself. It's a little Dark Souls, a little Escape from Tarkov, and a whole lot of why did I think a halberd was enough for this. It's built on Unreal Engine 5, so expect next-gen lighting, cinematic mud physics, and maybe 3 or 4 patches on launch day. At its core, Blight's a medieval extraction light game. You and up to 3 friends drop into plague-ridden zones, fight through infected soldiers and monsters, grab loot, and extract alive. If you die, you lose what you carried. Because of course you do. Pain builds character, right? The world's made up of mission-based biomes, each handcrafted with its own hazards and objectives. The devs have shown off a marshlands biome that looks like a graveyard and a bog had a baby, and that baby immediately drowned. Combat's the real showpiece, a mix of Souls-like timing and physics-based brutality. You'll parry, dodge, and dismember using a stamina system that punishes button mashers. It's weighty, deliberate, and extremely messy, like medieval surgery without anesthesia. Weapons and armor are fully customizable, longswords, maces, crossbows, and halberds, with crafting and upgrades tied to the loot you extract. There's stealth for when you actually value your life, loud combat for when you don't. So it looks amazing, it sounds ambitious, but does it actually hold up, or is this another early access fever dream waiting to collapse under its own hype? Let's start with what's got me hooked. The setting. Medieval horror done right is rare. Too many studios go full fantasy sparkle or half-baked realism. Blight just said, what if despair had texture, and they smeared it on every wall. This isn't jump scare horror, it's dread horror. The quiet kind that creeps in through the fog of the footsteps. When you hear a scream in the distance, you're not just rushing to help, you're deciding whether or not your sword's sharp enough to justify checking it out. And that risk-reward loop, push deeper for better loot, or bail before the infection claims you, is the kind of tension that turns casual run into a sweaty prayer. So after all that rot and ruin, what's the verdict? Blight Survival looks like a rare horror game that actually understands horror. Not jump scares, not cheap screams. It was pure dread soaked in mud and metal. It's the kind of game where you swing a sword and still feel like you're going to lose. Honestly, that's beautiful. If Hanner pulls this off, it won't just be another zombie title. It'll be the reason your Steam library smells like rust and regret. So grab your longsword and your holy water, survivors. The plague is coming. And this time, we're not waiting for the priests. Hit that like button if you're ready to cleanse the blight, and drop a comment with what weapon you prefer to swing first. Because when this thing hits, we're all going to need backup. So until next time, God bless, be safe. I'll see you guys in the dark.